Hi, it's Deborah Durbin again from Sacramento Good Life, and we're going to try something a little different today and talk about warm winter blankets. In January in the Sacramento region, we have cold nights and early mornings, and then we kind of warm up till about the mid 50s. So we don't experience that brutal cold that a lot of areas do. But if we want real cold weather, we can just drive up to Lake Tahoe in about an hour and a half. So we have the option to do either. But we want to talk today about great blankets that you may want to use for yourself, for your family. Let me talk first about the highest rated blanket I have for most families, and that is the fleece blanket. And the reason fleece is so important is because it's extremely inexpensive, it's hypoallergenic, you can throw them in the washing machine and the dryer and dry them, and they last for a very long time. They're also one of the best blankets to just pass down to your dog. So that's what I tend to do with mine. This is now Sydney's blanket, but she loves it because it's warm and she likes to shake it, and it's just a lovely blanket. And I'll tell you, they are wonderful to sleep with, and they are just wonderful to cuddle up and watch Netflix with. So think about buying fleece almost anywhere, certainly available online or at the stores. And they sell a lot of these. These blankets are rated extremely high. So what are other types of blankets that were really popular in 2021? We'll handle that next. I love blankets. I give lots of blankets at Christmas time, and I've also given them as client gifts. And you start to recognize things about blankets because they're all just a little different. This was my favorite blanket of just a few years ago. It is actually my favorite color of a few years ago, which was purple, and it had beautiful threads in it of silver. But this became an issue, and you see this fringe, they don't make fringe quite this long anymore. And the reason they don't is because obviously it doesn't take very long before they start to get tangled up. It looks so pretty when you first get them. But after a while, this fringe becomes really impossible to clean, really difficult. So if you're looking for a fine blanket, watch out for this. A little bit of fringe is okay. A whole bunch of fringe is not. The other one that was super popular this year is this cable knit. Oh my gosh, I can't tell you how wonderful this one is to cuddle up in. So cable knits are now made by machine. We used to just make these by hand. They're finished off like a sweater, and they have big old fat cables. And oh my gosh, this is such a comfortable, wonderful blanket. And I would advise you to go and try a little bit of these out before you buy them. They have a tendency to catch on things, so this is not really a kid's blanket. It's really more of an adult's Netflix blanket. So try that and see how you like that. Okay, you've gotten up from your Netflix sofa and now you're going into your bedroom, and you want a blanket that you can drape across the bottom of the bed that is a little higher end, a little bit more premium, not for the kids, for your master. Then you want to go to a really good blanket. You want to try either something like wool, or you want to try something like an alpaca or some other kind of furry, warm, upper level blanket, just to look really lovely. But also those blankets are so warm. So when you're laying in bed and you pulled everything up and you're still a little cold, you can reach down and grab that blanket. So the first one I want to show you is this beautiful blue plaid. This one is from Williams Sonoma Home. It is not cheap, but it went on sale. So there you go. We got this nice blue-gray mix, nice little plaid. It's beautiful. It looks like a guy's blanket. It is unbelievably warm. It's so great. So this is one option. And then another option would be something that is, a mixture of like a mohair and a wool. You can find these as well. These are not inexpensive. You can see they have these loose frayed ends. They also have a little bit of fringe, a lot less than the last one, but so warm, so beautiful. You're going to love this blanket. And again, this is a upper level one. You can find this one as one of the basics at RH, which is the modern version of Restoration Hardware. They carry very beautiful things, very modern. So if you're interested in that kind of a look or this kind of a feel, go this way. And if you want more of a traditional, go with a wool blanket. And you can find these everywhere. You can find them online, you can find them at certain retailers, and you can certainly find a ton of them in the winter. So stay warm no matter where you are. We have mornings sometimes that go down in the 20s, but an extra blanket on the bed or an extra blanket in the living room when you're watching TV, it's magic. So this is just my opinion about blankets, and these are the blankets that I own in my home, and I love them all. So they're all very different from each other, but if I was to load the car with a bunch of people, Fleece. And if I was to do your bedroom and make it look super special, I'd use some of the premium blankets. You have lots and lots of options, and we're all buying blankets right now. So enjoy your winter and stay warm. Bye-bye.